Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to the first video. And today we will begin our math journey with the very basic. Okay, so what do you think? What would be the first step if someone starts math? So today's topic, the first topic is number system. And while making this video, I am trying to keep this video like a storytelling. So we will go through basic steps, few steps in this video. First is a historical glance at human development, then speciality of human mind, then history of numbers. Then I will assume that you know something about math, like a little basic operations. Well, I will make videos about the basic operations with math later, but now for basic study I will assume that you know a little fundamentals of mathematics. Okay, so then next it will come the understanding the system of numbers, then creating the system of numbers. We will create our own system of numbers, and then some questions, and I will answer them later. Then we will solve some problems. Okay, so let's begin then. Okay, so yeah, a glance at human development. So we all were like other animals. So as other animals, what we used to do before in ancient time was to hunt for our food. Okay, so we used to be hunters, but we know that human mind is a little developed mind than other animals. Human species is intelligent species. We have a developed sense of intelligence. So we thought, okay, why to just hunt, and let's store them, like let's gather them, not just gathering the killed animals, maybe gathering the fruits, vegetables, and also the meat. Okay, so then from hunters we become hunters and gatherers, right? Okay, so then what happened? Then after gathering not only meat but also fruits and vegetables, we understood that, for example, I am not sure, I don't have any historical fact, but I'm telling simple, I'm using from the common sense that, you know, sometimes you keep fruits and they get wet or somehow, or their seeds, you eat them and you throw them and the seeds get sprouted. So this this would have happened to them, and so they saw how the plants grow, and they would have started cultivation. So they become farmers and maybe cattle holders, like, you know, they started to keep cattle for the milk and meat. Okay, so when they started gathering, started uh, holding cattle and all, and started collecting, so definitely a question would have arisen. Na? So the question would have, I mean that time they would have thought like, you know, like how to distribute food or something like that. So anyhow something in their mind that would have come, like how much, you know, the question would have how much. I mean about this is about the quantity, isn't it? Okay, anyway, so let's talk about the human mind first before going to this. Speciality of human mind. You know why I kept this part? Because I want you to understand, I mean, how we do the way we do. You know, why we are human being. Okay. So we have the special nature of observation, isn't it? For example, like Newton. Newton saw, of course he used to see, but he saw one day that an apple is falling from the tree, and he started to question why the apple is falling down, not up. Okay, so the first thing is that observation, and I'm telling observation of patterns here because, you know, every morning a human would have noticed this sunrise, right? So he saw the sunrise this morning, then next morning also, then that of the next morning. So like this he saw sunrises every day, and he understood that after some repeating intervals, you know, the sun rose today, and then this day, then this day, then this day. So he understood that the repetition happens, and so he noticed this pattern of the sunrise, and he called it a day. Okay. And after understanding the pattern, he could have asked, or he could have inquired why, and why this is happening. Okay, and some he would have guessed, and some he would not have. But anyway, so while understanding this pattern, for example, let's take this example of day. Okay, so he saw the sunrise as a day. Okay, one sunrise to next sunrise, this duration he took it as one day, right? So then the next repetition he took it another day, then next repetition another day, 1 2 3 4. So like you know, the third quality of human being, that is organizing. I mean, what is organizing in this sense? The organizing means, I mean, up to what extent? I mean, up to what extent he will keep on doing the repetition, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, 10 day, 20 day, 1000 day. I mean, up to what extent? Up to what is the limit of the this repetition? So this power is called organizing power. Okay, so like for example, how we took 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 days as 1 week, isn't it? And then like that we took 4 weeks as 1 month. Then like this we took 12 months as 1 year. Then we took hundreds of years as 1 century. So do you understand? So this is called extended limit. So man tried to understand. Okay, this was just example, but in those days he tried to understand what is the extent of the repetition and where to set the limit. I mean, he would try to organize this way, because if he will keep on adding the repetitions, it would be unending, isn't it? So then there is no purpose of repetition. So it has to, he has to do like this, the first sunrise to next sunrise as one repetition, and few repetitions would have made another entity, and he would have repeated that entity, and it would have created another entity like this. Sunrise made the day, and repetition of days made the week, and repetition of week made the month, and repetition of months made the year, and then century, and then 1,000 years, and so on and so on. Okay. So now let's go to the next slide. Okay, a logical story. Why I told this logical story? Because I have no historical fact. Okay, I am simply telling the logic how it would have happened. So as I told you that we were hunters, then hunters and gatherers, then we were like farmers and cattle holders. So okay, for example, we will ask a child who doesn't know counting, who doesn't know anything about mathematics, and we will show them, for example, few candies, right? These are candies, and you will ask him, where does he see more number of candies? So he will definitely say here more number of candies than here. Maybe he doesn't know counting, but he knows where to find, which one is more, isn't it? So this is the basic thing that we already have built in our human mind. Okay. So in our human mind we have this power of understanding that which one is more, small, and all. But we have to figure out how much small, how many small, how much small, all these things. Okay. So let's start our story. What would have happened when they would have their animals? Okay. For example, they used to stay together. Olden days, I'm telling, in ancient days, they used to stay like this, because there were animals. They used to stay in a plain area in a jungle. So there were the possibility of animal attack in the night, whether to them or to their cattle they have kept. So what they used to do is, like, they used to stay like this. And they have the houses there around this field. And this field is completely fenced. Okay. And the purpose of this kind of settlement is that so the animals will come, any kind of, for example, tiger or lions or jackals, wolves, they will come. So they have to meet meet these humans first, not to their cattle, so that the cattle would be safe. Okay. Anyway, so in the morning when they used to take the cattle for grazing to the jungle, so how they would have, they used to go. For example, this is the gate of that fencing, and here a man used to stand, and here they used to keep some like stones, they used to keep some stones. So here one cattle will go, they will keep one stone away. Another cattle will go, another stone away. Another cattle will go, then again another stone away. So like that, how many cattle will go out? He will keep that many stones separate in a place. Okay. And they will go to the jungle, they would be grazing, and in the evening when they used to come back, okay, so they used to do exactly the opposite thing, while coming back, when cattle comes in, he used to keep one stone back. Another cattle comes in, another stones back. Another cattle come in, then this stones back. So like that they used to keep these cattle. I mean, they used to keep the counting of the cattle with these stones, with the help of these small stones. And it was really, it was really a good idea. I mean, it's really good idea. Maybe it doesn't seem so, it doesn't seem so good, but try to think. I mean, in those days, this is a really great idea, isn't it? Because they didn't know how to write down. They didn't have the number system. They didn't know how to count. There were no numbers. Nothing was there. So this was the best idea that time they have, but there was a problem. The problem was that, for example, they used to keep this stone safe, and sometimes this stone is fallen, or something happened to the stone, or some stones are gone, or like the wind came, or something happened. Some stones are missing, and what happens? They lose the counting. Okay, so to eradicate this problem, what they did. Okay, this is a logical story again. I'm not telling that I have the fact about this, but I'm simply telling logically what would have happened. So to remove this problem, what they would have done, they would have kept the counting with painting, with some marks. For example, one cattle comes, one mark, then another cattle, another mark. So like this, how many cattle they would have ticked this many marks. Okay, and for example, one cattle goes out, you would have marked like this. Another cattle goes out, again like this. Another one for like this. And while another one cattle comes in, then he used to do the second mark. This cattle comes in, then this cattle comes in, then this cattle comes in, this one comes in, this one comes in, like this. Okay, so and so this one was a little better, but here is also another problem, that once you mark everything, it becomes clumsy, and it is not comfortable to mark there again. So you have to go to another place, again do the another marking, again this one is over, you have to go to another place. So this thing also created a problem. Okay, then what would have the solution for this? The solution is that, again, like I told in this, like I told you in this, understanding the pattern and organizing the pattern, isn't it? So here what they would have done, they saw the pattern. Here they saw the pattern. One cattle, two cattle, three cattle, four cattle, So what they did, for example, for one cattle, they would have done like this, one. For two cattles, cattle one, cattle two, they would have done like, let me use this one. They would have done like, like this. For cattle number 2, cattle number 3, then they would have done like this. So do you see? They understood the pattern. The pattern of, the pattern is 1, and the repetition is the, see, this pattern is repeated twice. Okay. So do you see what is happening here? Pattern and repetition. Okay, so this pattern is repeated twice, and this pattern repeated thrice, like this. Okay, so like this, and the question comes about the organizing. I mean setting the limit or extent of the pattern. Okay. Okay, so with the development we understood this. Then let's go to the real history with the fact that I have. Okay, so let's go to our civilization. So here you see the ancient civilizations of the world. And do you see this part? This part actually. This part. This is, this area actually, between this area. Here you see there are three types of civilizations they have mentioned. The first one, what they have, here you see, this one is Mesopotamian civilization, this one is Egyptian civilization, and this one is Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so I belong to this. Anyway, so when it comes to number, so number system first developed in this civilization. Okay, this is called Mesopotamian civilizations. So the number, what historical facts we get from the, from this archaeological study in this area. Okay, in this area, we have found some slates or something that shows the Sumerian culture, the Sumerian civilization. This is the same Mesopotamian civilization have the idea about numbers first. This is what the historical facts shows, the archaeological study shows. But I don't know, in my culture, in my scriptures, they have mentioned that we have these numbers from nearly 80,000 years ago or something like this. But anyway, we will go on the facts now. So in the facts, we got the numbers from here, this Sumerian civilizations. Okay. So now let's go to their numbers. Okay. Before going to this, let's see some slate or some artifacts we got from the archaeological study, archaeological research. Do you see this? This is from the Sumerian civilization, and here you see this pattern. This, here, this kind of pattern. Do you see? So here it shows some kind of numbers. It shows like they're counting something, or they have stored something like, okay, don't know what, but it feels like there are some counting of numbers are there. Okay, so let's know they are counting. Like this I told, they have mentioned, they have taken one as this symbol as 1. Okay, then 2 is the second repetition of this symbol. Okay, so this is the pattern, and the repetition happened twice. This is 2, thrice this is 3, 1 2 3 4 times, 1 2 3 4 5 times, and it will go on up to 9 times. And here you see the 10th is different one. Do you understand the difference now in our number system and this the ancient number system? See, so it means they have different symbols for different numbers. For example, we take 1 like this and 10 like 1 and 0. Okay, but that means they didn't know the 0. You understand what does it mean? So that means they didn't know the 0. As they didn't know the 0, so they kept on repeating. They kept on repeating the numbers with different systems, and they went up to 59. Okay, but here you see one thing. See, this one symbol repeated once, twice, thrice, fourth, up to 4 times, up to 9 times. But at 10 times they used the different symbol, and here again kept like this. 1 like how we write 1. For example, for this is 10, no? So 10 plus 1 11. So here they have got 10 plus 1, 10 plus 2, 10 plus 3, and they have done the 10 plus 10. the second repetition of this 10th is like this. First repetition of 10th and second repetition of 10th. Like that, third repetition of 10th, fourth repetition of 10th. See, here they have got fifth repetition of 10th. So do you understand what is happening? So it means they have got the basic ideas of repeating 1 to 9, but it's still not similar. Why? Because we repeat 0. We have 10 numbers, that 0 is included, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9, okay, in our system. But here they have 1 to 9 and they have got 10. I'm still thinking, those days understanding this concept is really worth appreciating, isn't it? But anyway, so they kept on repeating the different symbols up to 59. And here I want to tell you a new fact, new interesting thing. Can you say me, can you tell that, okay, so you understand this? Now, okay, we have seen this, and here you can see this is 4, and here it is like 10, 20, 22. Here it is like 23. Okay, so now I am asking you some question. It's interesting question. Why? Our timing system. Do you understand the timing system? Timing system is in 60. Not only timing system, also the angle system is in 60. Do you understand what does it mean? I'm simply telling, for example, 1 minute equal to 60 second, and 1 hour equal to 60 minutes, and like that. For example, 1 circle is 360, which is equal to 6 repetition of 60. Do you know why this? Because the timing and the angle, these came from Mesopotamian civilization, from here. Okay, do you see? Now do you understand? In this region they have the system of 60 numbers, right? 60 numbers, but how many symbols? 59 symbols. So they have this 60 number system. So that is why we have this 60 in our timing and angle. Okay. Okay, so let's go to next slide. Now let's understand this. Okay, so here now, so from all this journey, what we studied, we understood we studied this glance of human development, then we understand the speciality of human mind, then we understood the history of numbers. Okay, so now this is basic of mathematical operations. Okay, so let's what is this? Basics of mathematical operations. Okay, so what are the mathematical operations? Like plus, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and what else? The power series and the root series and all this goes. Okay, so let's understand what is addition. For example, here we have got one like one candy, then you add one more candy, so it becomes like two candies, right? And addition, subtraction is that, for example, we have this 5 candies and you take away 3 candies, so how many left? 2 candies. Okay, so this is addition and this is subtraction. And what is multiplication? Multiplication is like this. For example, you have for example, you have the set of 5 candies, then again you got another set of 5 candies, another set of 5 candies, another set of 5 candies, 1 2 3 4. So what happens? You have one set of 5 candies, one set of 5 candies, and how many times? 1 2 3, 4. So the 4 times of this one set. Okay, so how much it become? How many it becomes? It becomes 20 candies. Okay, so you understand now? This is addition and this is subtraction, and this is we call this multiplication. See, I'm just I'm not explaining all this because I will take another classes of this operation. Okay, and this is called division in the sense, for example, okay, let's take, we have this 4 set of candy boxes and you distributed within 4 people. Do you understand this? Now you have 20 candies and you distributed these 20 candies into 4 parts or to 4 persons. So how many they each will get? This one set of candy, it will get 5, isn't it? So 2 divided by 4 is 5. So this is like multiplication, this is division. Okay. Okay, so we see this, right? And now this is the basic operations, and here again we will go to another one. So another one is for example like this. We will go to this power because this is also very important. Okay, so in the okay, we will okay, for an example, let's say okay, so what is power? For example, let's say there are 3 coins. 3 coins, and each have head and tail, head and tail, head and tail. Okay, this seems like permutation and combination. Let me give the simple example. Okay, what is power? Power is like this. For example, let's take this candy box. For example, this is a box where you have got 6 number of candies. Okay, and again you kept this small box of candies into a bigger one where you kept 6 numbers of boxes, again the smaller boxes. Okay, again what happened, you took another bigger box where you kept 6 number of this smaller one. and the question is now how many candies are there. Do you see? So in the first very small box, the smallest box, we have got this 6 candies, and then in the this one we got again 6 number of this. In this one box we have got 6 number of this small box. So how many we have? We have got 6 into 6, and again this bigger box we have got again 6 number of this one. Okay, so 6 into this box, and this box contains 6 into 6 again, 6 into 6. Okay, so how many we get? We get 216. So do you understand what is happening now? The 6 repeated 6 times, again repeated 6 times. So this kind of repetitions is called the power. Okay, and here you see one thing. Addition means, like, you stepwise increase. One candy, then you add one more candy, then again one, then again one. So it keeps on 1, 1, 1, 1 like this. This is you are adding. Subtraction is opposite of this. For example, you have 10 candies, you subtracted 1, then again 1, again 1, again 1. So like this is subtraction. So the opposite of addition you get is subtraction. The multiplication again like same. So of the opposite of multiplication you see what is that? Division. So now the power is there, and the opposite of this power is called roots. Okay. So how the roots? For example, you have this 216 number of chocolates, and you distributed this 200 into 6. For example, 6 houses, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 houses. So they get 200 chocolates in 6 houses. They will get what? 36. In each house they will get 36 chocolates. And again in each house they distributed these chocolates into 6 members. Okay, so now they will get 6, 6, 6. Okay, so this one, so like this is called roots. Okay, so this is the basic operations what we understood. Okay, so now let's go to the next slide. Now what is this? This chapter is now understanding the system of numbers. Okay. Now this is called understanding the understanding the system of numbers. Okay, so now see what do you understand about this. Okay, let's go here a little bit. As I told you, they know from 1 to 9, but they understood. See, they don't have 0, so that is why they took this different one, this different symbol, isn't it? So what they did, actually, they we call 1, 2, 3 and so on. These numbers we call what? The natural numbers. Natural numbers. And why this is called natural? Because we can observe this naturally. You can, if I say show me 1, you can show me 1 candy. If I say show me 100, you can show me 100 men. But if I say you show me 0, what you will show? Do you understand? So naturally what you can show, or naturally what is occurring, that is why we take this as natural numbers, isn't it? But we know that without 0 we cannot represent our numbers. Without 0 we cannot represent our numbers. So when you add 0 to these natural numbers, these are called what? Natural numbers from 1 to 9, these are called natural numbers. So when you add 0 to them, then these total numbers are called whole numbers. Why whole? Because you can now represent anything. Whole numbers. Okay. Now you can represent anything with these numbers. Okay. Why I am telling this? You can represent anything. For example, you have to tell. For example, I'll tell you. Show me 1009. You will say this. Okay. And how many? What are you repeating here? But if you ask Sumerian people 1009, they don't have anything like to show the 1009. If you ask, for example, Roman people, Roman people use like this. This is for 1, and this is for 5, this is for 10, this is for 50, this is for 100, this is for 500, this is for 1000. And if you say 1009, and they will say like this, 1000 means M, 9 means, how to represent 9? They will represent 9 as like this, IX, MIX, mix. So it means 1009. Okay. But if you say, okay, show me 10 to the power 29, and they say, what the hell you are telling about? We don't know what is this. But if you ask any modern people, if you ask us, show me what is this, you will say, oh, this one. You put 29 zeros in 1, 29 times. So we can literally write anything, including these numbers, including this 0 and this natural numbers. Okay. So let's clear this. Okay, so we understood that Sumerian people, the ancient civilizations, they didn't know the use of 0, and that is why they have the limits of counting. They cannot count more than a certain limit of numbers. Okay, but we don't have that problem because we know very well how to count. So here one key factor comes, that is 0. Okay, and this 0 is developed in Indian civilization, and I am very much proud of that because I belong to this civilization, this part. Till now all the greatest mathematicians, they come from this part only. You can, including Ramanujan and all. Okay, even in ancient times also we have this Bhaskaracharya, Barahamira and other people who were great mathematicians, and they have done the wonders, really wonders. In those days it is very impossible to understand how a person can calculate the revolution period of Jupiter. Can you imagine? I mean, it's nearly, for example, if I ask you, do you know the Jupiter itself a planet? 500 years ago, or maybe I'm asking 300 years ago, you will say no, we didn't know all these things, or maybe 3 or 500 years ago. But if I ask you, can you believe that Indians knew the revolution period of Jupiter nearly 5,000 years ago? I mean, it's really strange. I mean, from this land, this really great. I mean, all the greatest people, they have come from this land only. Anyway, so the zero is represented as zero, like this, and there is a reason for this. And this is like, Shiva Lingam. I mean, this is a philosophical talk again. Okay, I will take another class about zero, or maybe later I will. Okay, I'll tell about zero later. Then let's come to the point first. Okay. So we understood what we represent. First is representation. Representation of repetition. Representation of repetitions. Okay. So, for example, one mango or one animal. Okay. I mean, okay, one candy, one animal, or one mango. So we represent this as a symbol like this. Okay. This is the repetition. Now, if say 2 times of this, 2 times, I mean, let me write in words now. 2 times of this, we used to repeat this symbol as 2 times like this, but we know that there is a limit to this repetitions. If I like this, and then up to this, for example, I say 9 times of this, 9 times of this. So you also like 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 repetitions of this symbol. Okay. So this is the symbol we presented as 1. Okay. And this, and we have repetitions, symbol and repetitions. Okay. I mean, this symbol, or this is the pattern. This pattern is represented as in this symbol, and this symbol is repeated twice, thrice, and here 9 times. We represent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So do you understand? If you keep on going like this, it will take a lot of space. If I say 100, then you will do the 100 like 100 marks. 100 straight lines. It will take a lot of space. So I told you that human brain has the power to organize. So again, what they did, listen very carefully. They first understood the pattern. They represented the pattern into symbol. Again, they understood the repetitions of this symbol, or repetitions of this pattern, and what they did, again they represent the repetition as another symbol. Do you understand what they do? First, they find out the pattern, then they represented it into a symbol. They understood this repetition, and this, I told you, the organizing power. They set the limit of the repetition. They set the extent or limit of the repetitions, extent or limit of the repetitions, up to how many numbers. And again, what they did, they represented this pattern. This is another pattern. Okay, let me write in another way what they did actually. First, they understood, for example, the 1. Okay, they understood this pattern of 1 is repeating every time. So they give this pattern a symbol like this, or maybe a simple mark. Okay, and this one repeated, and what they did, they gave this repetition what, a limit. I mean, they put into limit, extend and limit. They give this repetition a limit, and what they did, again they represent in another symbol for this repetition, and again with this symbol, what they did, they made another pattern. Again with the pattern they represented this another symbol. Okay, do you understand how this happened? For example, you see here, do you see here? Do you see here what they have done here? First, they understood the pattern and they gave it a symbol like this. And the symbol, and they in human have this organizing power. So now they organized. In organization, what they did, they set the limit, the how many number of repetitions. So they did the repetition up to 9. Okay. Then again with this 9 numbers, they give it, after this 9 numbers, they give another symbol to these repetitions. Okay, again to this one. Here also we have this another example. For example, we have this one I, in Roman letters we have I, then I. So we set this limit of I. How many times we set this limit of I? Up to 4, isn't it? Then after the 4 times I, what we get? The V, the next pattern. And then after the V, VI and all, then we went to the next pattern called X. Then again, you see, from I to V to the next pattern. This is the I pattern, and here they get the V pattern. From V they have given the X. From X they have given again another this pattern, and this repetition they represented it as pattern, and this pattern they have given the symbol as what? L. Again they kept on doing this. So what happened? This I pattern set the limit up to V, gave another pattern X, then X gave another pattern L, then L gave another pattern of C, then D, then M. It's exactly same as our this calendar system. For example, day, repetitions of day up to 7 times made a pattern week, and from this repetitions of the week 4 times made a pattern month, and repetitions of the month 12 times made another pattern of year, then year 100 times the repetition of the year, the pattern of year gives us a century, then millennium, then I don't know what is, I mean, so you understand. So this thing is going on. So what is this? Patterning, then giving, then symbolizing, then repeating, so what they are doing, see, first patterning and symbolizing. Okay, Then with this pattern and symbolizes, what they did, repeating and limiting. And with this repeating and limiting, they again got what? Another pattern and symbol. Again they did the same process, repeating and limiting. Again they got another pattern and symbol, like that. Okay. So here let's use this concept in numbers. Okay. So we understood that Sumerian people, they understood what? They only understood up to 59 symbols, that is 60 numbers. I mean, they understood that after 59 what will come is 60. So that's it. Okay. They didn't have 0, and that is why this problem arises. Okay. So now in modern days, in our time, I mean, thanks to Indians and thanks to us actually, that we gave the number 0 to the civilization, the human civilization. So what? We have got this natural numbers as 1, like for example, we symbolize this 1, then, we symbolize this 1, then the repetition of 2 was, the repetition of 2. This pattern we gave this 2, repetition of 3 we gave 3, and so on. Repetition of 9 we gave 9, and the Indians gave the another thing, that is 0, that repetition of nothing. You have nothing. Okay, so you have nothing, and we gave it as 0. So how many numbers are there? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how many numbers? Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what we did, we set the limit. We set the limit to the symbolizing of patterns. Okay. So we limited, and we understood that with this many numbers we can do the wonders. We can write infinity. Okay, infinity is different, but we can write up to infinity. You can say any number you can write with this. Okay, so how we write? For example, I have no candies. I write it as 0. I have 1 candies. I write it as 1. I have 2 candies. I write it as 2. I have 9 candies. So I write it as 9. Then I have 10 candies. What I will write? So what is 10 actually? 10 means repetition of these symbols. How many symbols? 10 number of symbols. So 10 candies means repeating these 10 symbols 0 time. I mean, okay, trying to understand what is this? Repeating this, not 0 time actually. What I mean to say, repeating these 10 symbols 1 time and nothing, 0. I mean, this repetition of this pattern. Do you understand this pattern? This pattern of set. I told you, pattern and symboling. So this pattern, repeating this pattern once, 10 means repeating the 10 number once and 0 unit number. Okay, so here comes the concept about unit and tenth. Okay, see how the evolution happens, unit to tenth. Do you understand now how the evolution is happening? This is how the evolution is happening. Okay, so what happens here? See, we have got this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have got this 10 numbers. That means we have got this 10 symbols. We have this 10 symbols. So we, now you understand the symbols represent our system. The symbols represent our system of numbers. Sumerians have 59 symbols. So they have made the system as, they knew this concept actually, they knew nothing, there is nothing like something. So they have this 60 number system. Okay, so like that, symbols represent the system. So how many symbols we have? We have got this 10 symbols. To represent the pattern, we understood, we see the pattern is represented by symbols. So we have this 9th pattern, 8th pattern, so we have this pattern and we represent it as symbols, so we have this 10 symbols. So as we have 10 symbols, so our number system is called 10 based or decimal, and the decimal word comes, 10 means it is, okay, 10 word, 10, this comes from the word deca, 10 comes from the word deca, and deca comes from the word dasa, like dasa. This is an Indian word, again thanks to Indians. So yeah, so let's this deca means, okay, so 10, the word 10 comes from the word deca, so that is why this is called a decimal. Why? Because we have 10 symbols. And Sumerian symbols, this Mesopotamian symbols, how many symbols they have? They have actually 60. Why I'm telling this? They have 59 symbols, and after the 59 they knew that there is nothing, and this slate itself, do you understand, they wrote these 60 symbols and they take the whole, for example, like we said 10, that means what? One repetition of this 10. So like that. So they have got this 60 number based, so that is why it used to call hexadecimal. Sorry, hexadecimal, I think 60. This is called hexadecimal. Hexadecimal is 16, I think. Hexadecimal number system. Okay, so 60 based number system. And we know that computer know only two things, like what we say, pattern and symbol, okay, and repetition, pattern, symbol, repetition. So computer has the pattern of on, the current is on, so this pattern is given as symbol 1, then off, this pattern is given as symbol 0. So computer has two symbols, so that is why 2 come from the word, again 2 come from the word what? By come from the word die come from the word dui, and dui is Indian, again thanks to Indians. So again 2 comes from the word by, so this is called binary system. Okay, so do you see what we understand now? The symbols we understood that first symbol pattern and symbols, they gave what? System of numbers. Okay. So now let's do this again. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What would be the next number? We understood that the repetition, pattern and symbols. I told here. Wait, here. Pattern symbol, the repetition and limit, and again gives another new pattern, then repetition and limits, again give to the new pattern, like that. Here we made the limit of the symbol up to this, so we made the 10 symbols and we made the limit And what happens? This gives to another a pattern that is called, this is unit. Unit means 1. We know that this is 1 symbols, 1, this is just 1 symbol. So this is unity. So this is unit digit. Now we go to the next one. What? As we said, the limit up to 9. So what we see, the 1 repetition of this 10 numbers. Do you understand this? 1 repetition of, I mean, this 10 symbols repeated 1 times plus 0 plus 0. You understood this? What does it mean by 0? I mean, the repetition of these 10 symbols once, okay, and then 0, and then nothing, just repetitions of 0 and nothing, and so this gives us 10. So the 10 repetition of the 1 repetition of this 10 numbers plus 1, this will give us 11. For example, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3, 3, 6, 10. So how you say? We know that up to 9 you can write like this, 9. So how we say the 10? 10 means we wrote like this. 1 repetition of this 10 means we made the 2 places. So this is 10th places. Why? Because the 10 the first repetition of this 10 numbers. Okay, this gives us first repetition of 10 numbers in 10 place. 10 place means 10th number, 10 numbers. So in 10th place we have this first repetition and then 0, because we already have this 10 and there is nothing else after the 10th number, so that is why 0. Then what happens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then 11. So how to represent this? We understood that what? The one time repetition of this 10th number, the 10th in the 10th place, the 10th number, I mean the 10 symbols, then after 1 extra. So this is 11. Again, so like this, for example, let's say 21, 10, 10, 1. So how to represent this? You will say this. This is the 10th, this is the first repetition. We have this, we write this in like this. So we have this first repetition, second repetition of 10th number, first repetition of 10th number, second repetition of 10th number. So that is 2. In which place? 10th place. Why? The repetition of 10th number. So the second repetition of 10th number plus 1. Do you see? So like that, when it will be 99 means 9 repetition of the 10th number, then 9 repetition of, 9. Okay. And what do you mean by 9? 9 means repetition of 1 9 times. So that means what? 9 means the 9 repetition of unity. So this is called unit. And all these are unit digits because they have just one numbers. But this 1 is called itself unity. So this is second repetitions of unity. Okay, second repetition of unit. So this is 9th repetition of unit. So like that. So what we have got? 9th repetition of 10th, 9th repetition of unit. Then what will happen? Then we will go to what happened? Then we have got already 99 numbers. 99 numbers mean not 99 numbers actually. We already have got 100 numbers because 0 is included. So 0 to 99, how many numbers? 100 numbers. So 100 numbers. That means 10 times 10 numbers. Okay. So we say what? 100 means we put 1 repetition. So 0 to 99 means 100 numbers. How many times? 1 time. So 1 repetition of 100 numbers, 0 repetition of 10 numbers, and 0 repetition of unit number. Like that, 1000. 1 repetition of 1000 number, 0 repetition of 100 number, 0 repetition of 10th number, and 0 repetition of unit number. Okay. So do you understand the concept now? Do you understand this? So here we can say 0 to 9 in the unit place. That means this is unit digit what? Means the repetitions of unity. Then this is 10th digit, the repetitions of tenths. This is 100th digit. This is 100 digit, the repetitions of 100, and this is 1000 digits, the repetitions of 1000. So for example, how to say 3000, okay, for example, there are, let me write in word, 3892, 3892 people. So that means what? 3000. So how many repetitions of 1000? 3 repetitions of 1000. 800. How many repetitions of 100? 8 repetitions of 100. 90. 90 means what? 9 repetitions of 10 and 2 repetitions of unity. Now you understand this? So with these 10 symbols, we really did the wonders. With these 10 symbols, we really did the wonders. We can write up anything. Okay? So in every house, you see, in every place, the limit is these 10 numbers. Because we have these 10 symbols, we don't have more than these 10 symbols. So here, the starting point would be like this, and the ending point would be like this. So the limit is 0 to 9 in each place. Again, once this 0 to 9 in this place finished, then it will come to here. Then again, once this place is finished, then it comes to here. So for example, 0 to 9, the next step will be 1 repetition of this, 1, then 0. Then up to what? 9 repetition of this, 9 repetition of this. Then it will go to next. What? The next would be like what? 1, 0, 0. Then up to 9, 9, 9. Then again it will come 1, 0, 0, 0 to 9, 9, 9, 9. Do you see? Okay. So let's go to next slide. Now let's generalize. Generalize. We understood the repetition of same value. We understood the basic operations. Power. What is power? The same repetitions of the same value, same number of repetitions of the same value. Here what happens? Actually, see, we know that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These 10 numbers repeated how many times? These 10 numbers. Okay. And when the 10 numbers is repeated 10 times, it gives what? 100. Okay. So again, so this gives what? 100. Isn't it? So when again this 100, we know that this is 100. Again repeated 10 times, it will give 1000. So we understood this is 1000, and this repeated 10 times, it will give 10,000. Oh, 10,000. Okay, so you understand now how the repetitions happen. So we have let's take this home. Let's take these places. So here we know that what is the limit of the symbols from 0 to 9. So how many numbers? How many symbols? 10 symbols. So here again this is the same limit, 0 to 9, that means 10 symbols. Again here limit 0 to 9, 10 symbols, and so on. Okay. So if I say 3 places can be filled with this decimal numbers, how many decimal numbers? There is 10 into 10, and this can be filled with 10. So how many times? 1000. Okay. So there would be 1000 numbers, and how the 1000 numbers? From 0 to 999. This is 1000 numbers. Okay. So you understand now? So this place 10 is repeated 10 numbers. Okay. So here 10 numbers, and when 10 numbers repeated, 10 the so let's do this. As we have 10 symbols, so here from 0 1 2 3, so up to 9. Okay, so we can write up to the number what, 9 only. We can never write here in unit digit as 10, because 10 is itself a 2-digit number. So in this unit digit we will only write 0 to 9, right? So that means this 10 numbers, the 10 decimals repeated how many times? Not one times, no. Unit digits are repeated. For example, if I say 9 here, that means the 9 repetition of unity. The unit digit is repeated 9 times. The unit is repeated 9 times. But how many times 10 is repeated? 0 times, exactly. 0 time, okay? And here, 1 time, isn't it? Then here, I'm telling the 10 symbols. Again, you will say, for example, 92, how the 10 is repeated one. No, I'm telling all the total symbols. Okay, so that means, see here, 10 is repeated 0 times, and when it goes to 10 times, it becomes here the 10th repetition 1 time. So like here, again you will have 10th repetitions 2 times. Okay, so again in this place 10th repetition 3 times, this place 10th repetition 4 times. So like this, let's summarize another thing. What we have, the places. Okay, so we understand how the system of numbers works. System of numbers depends on what? Symbols and limit of repetition. Do you understand? Okay. Let's wipe out this system and limit. Okay. So now in decimal system we have how many symbols? 10 symbols, right? So when we make the place like this, so here 10 symbols, 10 to the power 0. Why? Now all the 10 symbols, okay, they can be written up to maximum 0 to 9. Okay, so that is why this is 10 to the power 0, this place, this is unit place. So wait, unit place, this is decimal place, this is 10th place, and this is 100 place, and this is 1000 place. Okay, so unit means what? Here what is repeating? Here repeating factor is unit. Unit is repeated 9 times, unit is repeated 8 times, unit is repeated 7 times, unit is repeated 6 times. So here the repeating factor is unit, isn't it? That is why this is unit digit. So if I say how many times 10 is repeated? 0 times, isn't it? Yeah, because here unit is repeating, 10 is not repeating. Unit is repeating 1 time, 0 time, 8 time, 1 time, 2 time, 7 times, 6 times, 9 times. Okay, and here this is 10th place. Again, okay, so in 10th place what happens? The 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power, so we understood what? 10 to the power 0. And in power series, yes, another thing you remember, in power there is another rule, anything to the power 0, any number raised to the power 0 is 1. For example, I say 1 to the power 0, 1, 2 to the power 0, 1, 3 to the power 0, 1, 10 to the power 0, 1. So so unit can be represent as 1 can be then represent as, that is 10 to the power 0. So and why we are taking 10 10 10? Because we are taking 10 as we have 10 symbols, right? So we understand that 100 can be written as 10 to the power 2. 100 is equal to 10 into 10, that is 10 to the power 2. 1000 can be written as 10 to the power 3, isn't it? 1000, that can be written as 10 into 10 into 10. But how you will write 1? So 1 also can be represented as 10 to the power 0, and that is why 10 to the power 0. So here we have 10 to the power 1 as it is 10th number, and this is 10 to the power 2, and this is 10 to the power 3, right? So you understand now? In our number system, what we do in decimal number system, we have these places, we fill up to 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2, 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power 4. And 10 to the power 0 gives unit digit, 10 to the power 1 gives 10th, 10 to the power 2 gives 100, 10 to the power 3 gives 1000, 10 to the power 4 gives 10,000, okay? And unit digit can be repeated 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. For example, if I say 98,929, so what does it mean? It means the 10,000 repeated 9 times, the 1000 repeated 8 times, the 100 repeated 9 times, the 10th repeated 2 times, the unit repeated 9 times. What does it mean? 9 repeated 1000 times means 9,000, 90,000. Then 8 repeated 1000 times means, 9,000 means what? 9 repeated 9 times. Then the 1000 repeated 8 times. Then again here the 100 repeated 9 times. And then what happens? The 10th repeated 2 times, and then the 1 repeated 9 times, and all total what it gives? 98,929. So you understand the decimal system now? Okay, and what would be the binary system? How do the binary system? The binary system is same like this. For example, these are many places. So here we have, again, how many symbols we have? 2 symbols. So the number of symbols will fill the gap, 2 symbols. But what? We can fill up to 1 or 0, isn't it? So either unit or 0. So this is unit digit place, as there are only one, they can be represented at one place, one number at a place. So we have this 2 to the power 0 as unit. Okay, 0 and 1, right, like this, 0 and 1. Okay, so this is unit, and here we have 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3. Okay, so 2 to the power 2 means what? 2. 2 to the power 4 means 2 means 4. 2 to the power 3 means 8. Okay, like this. So for example, I will tell you write down, and here for example another place is there 2 to the power 4, this means 16. So I will tell you to write down 21. How will write down? So let's distribute from this side. 21 means let's 16 come out. So 16, and how? And after 16 do the 16 minus, now 5 left. Again you 5 means 8 won't go. So you put, this place is blank. So what will be here? So 5 means yes, 4 will go. So put 4 here. Then what is left? 1. 1 means here 2 will go. No, the 1 will go. So that means this place is filled up. Yes. So you can put 1 here. And this place is filled up. No, put 0 here. This place is filled up. Yes, put 1 here. This place is filled up. No, put 0 here. This place is filled up, yes, put 1 here. So if you write down 21 into binary, 21 is a decimal number system. So if you write down 21 in decimal system to binary system, how you write? 1 0 1 0 1. Okay. So now let's convert. If you say 1 0 1 0 1, convert this binary system to decimal system. How you'll do it? Okay. As we understand, 1 0 1 0 1. So we know this. Now this is in binary. Binary means 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4. So this place is there. Yes. So 2 to the power 0 means 1. This place we don't have anything. And this place 2 to the power 2 means 4. This place 2 to the power 3, 0 times. Then there is nothing. Okay, there is nothing to add. Let's add like this. So we have 0 to add. Here we have 0 to add. And what is the 2 to the power 4? Yes, we have something. So it is 16. So 16 plus 0 plus 4 equal to 21. 21 in 10th wave system. Do you understand this? So now you'll better understand. Again, let's say how to convert this to a decimal system to trinary system. For example, again the same 21 in decimal system, now convert into trinary system. Let's develop our own system. So trinary system means how many symbols? 3 symbols. Trinary means 3 symbols. And what we can take it, for example, 0 1 2. Let's say 0 1 2. Right. So again we'll do the same place. This one is 3 to the power 0, 3 to the power 1, 3 to the power 2, 3 to the power 3. This one 3 to the power 0 equal to 1, 3 to the power 1 equal to 3. This one 9, this one 27. Right. So now how will write 21? This part is 0. 9, yes, 9 will go, isn't it? So but try to understand, 9 will go. How many times it will go? In 21, how many 9s are there? 9 2s are 18, 9 3s are 27. So 2 times it will go, isn't it? 2 times. Then here, after 2 times, 9 2s are 18. So how much left? 3. So 3 will go here. Yes. How many times? 1 times. And here 0. So what happens to 1 0? Base 3. Now can you convert this to again decimal? Yes, we can convert this. How? 2 1 0, 3 to the power 0, 3 to the power 1, 3 to the power 2. Now convert this. 3 to the power 0 means 1, 3 to the power 1 means 3, 3 to the power 2 means 9. So 9 plus 3 plus 1 equal to is equal to 9 3. Oh sorry, sorry. So into how many times? 2 times. This is 1 time. So 2 times 9 into 1 times 3 plus 1, that is 18 plus 3 plus 1, that is 21. Now do you understand this? Great. Okay. So now there is a question. Question is, in a civilization there are symbols to represent the in a civilization there are symbols as we have in modern number system, modern decimal number system. Let me write it clearly. or maybe let me write it in words. Okay. Okay, let me write down. In a civilization, there are, sorry for my spelling here. Oh, civili, what is happening? In a civilization, there are different symbols to represent numbers as in decimal number system, as number system, but up to 5 numbers such as, for example, we can take this how to say, for example, like this, yeah, not like this one as 1, this one, let me take this one as 1, this one as 2, this one as 3, this one as 4, this one as what? I told you this is, and okay, we can start from 0 here, and we can take 0, say 0 was 0, this one is 1, this one is 2, this one is 3, and this one is 4. Okay, as this is 5-based number system. Okay, so there is a lock whose password is, whose unlock password is 108 in decimal. So find out the password. Password in their number, in that civilization. And find out the password as per that civilization. Now, do you understand the question? In a civilization, there are different symbols too. There are different symbols. In a civilizations, there are different symbols to represent numbers as in decimal number systems up to 5 numbers, such as 0i, 0, this symbol, this, and so there is a lock whose unlock password is 108 in decimal. So find out the password as per the civilization, as per that civilization. Okay, so this is the question for the day. Question. Let's say civilization. Question as per lecture L1 Q1, lecture 1, question number 1. Okay, so this is the question for the next, I hope when I will publish the next video in the next Sunday, so you will find out the answer for this. And I know that you guys understood this well, and hope you will find it out, and I will be happy if you find it out. Then I will understand that my effort has got the colors. Okay, so here I end my video. Stay healthy, stay safe. Love you all. Namaste and thank you.